Greetings programmers. Today we will see how recursion works using the two examples that are given below. So the first thing to see is the function given in the example is recursive or not. So let's examine the function. It starts with a def keyword, right? It has an argument x. The header ends with a colon. There are two conditions, if and else. The first condition is if x equals 1, then return 1. And second is if the else is there, which returns the value of x into calc factorial of x minus 1. So here we can see that the function has been called again inside its own body. So it's a recursive function. Now moving on, we take an example like x equals 5. So everyone knows that the value of factorial of 5 is 120. Let's see how it works with the recursive function in here. So when the value of x is 5, when it will move on to the if statement. Here it says if x is equal to 1, then return 1. But x is not equal to 1, so it will move on to the else statement, where the return value will be 5 into calc factorial of 5 minus 1. So the first value, that is x here, that is 5, will be stored to the stack, and then the function will run itself again with taking the value of x as 4. So when the value of x is 4, then it will again go to the else statement because x is not equal to 1. So again here in the return statement, the value returned will be 4 into calc factorial of 4 minus 1, that is 3. So the second value that is stored to the stack is 4, and the function that will be called again will be with the value of 3. So when the function will be called again, it will again check the two conditions, and we can see that 3 is not equal to 1 by any chance, so it will directly go to the else condition after checking the if condition, and it will, in the return value, it will return the value to the caller 3 into calc factorial of 3 minus 1, that is 2. Then again this part, the calc factorial of 3 minus 1, will again run this function, and when the function will run, then the value of 2 is not equal to 1, so we will move on to the else statement, where 2 into calc factorial of 2 minus 1, and here the function will terminate because the 2 minus 1 is 1, and when it will move here, then it will return 1, the value of 1. So now see, we have seen that the 5 values of variable x is stored, like the first value was 5, second value was 4, third value was 3, fourth value was 2, and fifth value was 1. Now let's see how they are related and how will they be executed. So we can see here that the last value and the upcoming value of a function is related by arithmetic operation multiplication. We have to multiply in order to get the result. So the first value is related to second value by multiplication, the second value is related to third value by multiplication, and so on. But how will the program execute? See, when the function terminates, till now it was just storing value. When the first function terminates, when the function returns 1, when it reaches the if condition and returns 1, then the execution starts. So how will it execute? Like here I have made clear in the comment that the value will be stored like 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, but 1 is something into 1 is 1, so I have not written that. But the execution of the this function will be in the opposite order. Like the fifth number will come first, like 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So the function that will be executed will be 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So first 2 into 3 will be executed, then 6 into 4, because 2 into 3 will have been executed, so they will be taken as one number now. So 6 into 4, then 24 into 5. So we have reached first step, and the other 4 steps that was there are combined into one number, that is 24. That is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. So now 24 into 5 will give 120, and we can see that there are no further values stored inside the stack, so that will be the output. So when we run this program and we put 5 as the value of x, the output will be 120.